gonna let this one play. We just gotta get in the moment, Christian.
Need it, man.
Just get in the moment.
We need some peaceful fucking music today.
All right, I got you. Hold on.
That ran perfectly
Everybody,
with my Celsius
Christian's
sip
having
right there.
so much trouble this morning. Oh, what a day! What a day!
It's not even me. It's just these listing agents.
These listing agents.
They're pieces of shit. All right.
Okay.
Sorry. Wait. Where was the beep at? Yeah.
Rewind. What did you
What
say?
day is your wedding? I'll cut this out.
What?
I don't know what day your wedding is. Is it Friday or Saturday?
It's Friday.
Your actual wedding's on Friday?
Friday the
Who has
22nd.
a wedding on a Friday?
We
It's a
did.
interesting day.
We did it
Okay.
on purpose. Why
What?
did you ask?
Because I'm making plans for that weekend, and I was.
Oh yeah. Friday.
Okay.
Friday wedding, and we did it intentionally. For anybody that's wondering, we chose a Friday wedding because what it allowed us to do is like flip the script on everybody that does like the Friday night awkward rehearsal dinner, right? And so here's what happens in my experience at a rehearsal dinner. Everybody's like leaving work, packing up their bags, getting their dog, like throwing their kids in the car, right? And they drive over to wherever they're going, 40 minutes, an hour, 3 hours to go, right? And they get there, dinner's at 6, right? Which is a good time for dinner, but kind of awful if you're going to work that day. And then they get there at 6 or 6:30 or 6:45 because there was traffic because it's a Friday at fucking rush hour. And then the bride and groom leave at like 7:30. Right, because they want to like leave. They want to have a down night before the wedding. Blah 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 blah.
I've been to 2 weddings, three, and maybe 2 rehearsal dinners. One was a destination wedding, so that doesn't really count for this argument. But the other one, I think it was a rehearsal dinner on Friday, and I've never experienced like.
Well, what we're doing, we're flipping the script. Doesn't really matter, right? Even when we went to a wedding at a destination, right? We flew in, we got there, we were picked up at the airport, we were taken to the place. The check-in counter at the place was so long. Literally, it took us 2.5 hours to check in. It was unbelievable.
What the fuck?
So then we were late to the rehearsal dinner. Like, we didn't try to, but we were the last ones to the rehearsal dinner. It was ridiculous. I digress. The point is that what we're doing is we're having people come to the fucking wedding.
Innovative.
And then we want to do that dinner on Saturday. And so we actually chose for a Friday wedding. And I feel like people are like, oh, that must have been the only day that was like left over. Nah, we planned so far out in advance. We chose this because we wanted to have it as a Friday wedding so we could have dinner with our people on Saturday.
Isn't the wedding
Just,
like early
chill.
on Friday?
Yeah, we also did that. Fuck you guys.
Okay, well, hey, I'm not the one arguing or like I'm not upset about it. I was just asking.
I mean,
because honestly,
can I request time off? Yes. Honestly, when we were at the wedding in Portugal, they picked us up at the hotel at like, let's say they picked us up at 3, right? And we didn't get home until 2 a.m. So we got on a bus at 3. We went to the venue. We had a little water cocktail thing, which was fun. We got to take some photos, walk around the venue. We had the actual ceremony, and then, cocktail hour, reception, all these different things were happening, but it was like a 10-hour event, and it was so much fun. Literally, there was a girl, no offense to anybody that doesn't drink or no offense to anybody that drinks too much. There was a girl that got so sick that she was puking. We're trying to get an Uber. Like 7 of us are trying different apps to get an Uber, but we're in the middle of Portugal. Like we can't get somebody to come pick up this girl. And we don't even know where we are or where we're going. So we have to use a geolocation app. And then we couldn't. And it happened for 30, 40, 50 minutes. She had water, coffee, dessert.
bro, that sounds like
She rallied.
well, good for her.
Bro, like...
Yeah, I thought this was going down a very different path.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, she literally rallied.
Night.
And she was like, fuck this. And like threw someone's phone in the ground and went right back to the dance floor, was taking shots. Like, I'm not kudos to that, but like, it was so much fun. We had so much fun. So when we set out to do our wedding, we wanted to make sure that we had that much fun. Hence the early afternoon wedding, hence the late evening reception, the party afterwards, and then the Saturday night, fill our bellies with some carbohydrates.
Where are you going for that?
Chiparelli's.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
You can come if you want.
Dude, guess what I had last night for dinner? And also, this is like a funny point that I kind of wanted to make.
Is it that you haven't started your chicken parm quest?
No. But I had a chicken parm last night for dinner.
Where?
From Olive Garden.
I mean, I'm not gonna hate it. Like honestly,
Dude.
their food is good.
Dude, this is the first time I've been to an Olive Garden in probably over 10 years. I would even argue to say maybe 15 years.
Okay.
I didn't realize how much fucking food they give you.
Yeah, a lot of food.
Like, order some
And some
appetizers.
for tomorrow.
Right. And then Amara and her friend Lauren were ordering like their entrees, and they're like, okay, you guys want salad and breadsticks? I'm like, holy shit. Okay, cool. And they bring out you a basket. It's unlimited.
Yeah.
For both. And
Yeah.
then you get an appetizer before, and then
they
their
put
meal.
olives in the salad.
Well, I don't eat olives.
They put olives in the salad.
And I didn't have salad, but like, how much fucking food do we get there? Like, it's almost like too good of a, like, it was insane. You get an appetizer, then salad, then breadsticks, and then
it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same.
no,
All
it's
right.
no commercial place is the
right.
same as.
We have to actually talk about real
Do we,
estate at
though?
some point on
Do
this
we?
adventure. No, this is a good one. This is a good one. A good one. We have to.
Okay, what's the topic for today?
So the topic was making $5,000 a month on investment.
I know how to do
properties.
that.
How?
You just get one near Olive Garden. Boom.
My God. Clawing my eyes out over here. All right. So if you guys don't know, Liv always brings together a little topic. The topic always has like some bullet points and some good information. And this one's actually fucking really good. So if you haven't, get on our website, frankoliverco.com, additional resources, blog. This content is going to be there probably by the end of the day today. But the first thing that I found was really interesting is the way to make money in investments is to embrace technology. And no one does this better than our good friend, Mark Pattison. Mark has technology for every single piece of his business. It's insane. He's running an Airbnb platform through 3 different technology platforms. He has a short-term rentals that are not on Airbnb. He has long-term rentals that he's managing. And we do some of this, and obviously we're at a smaller portfolio, but we do some of this at a high level, and it really does make a difference. When you have the ability to embrace the technology and really work it to your advantage, you can start to make some smarter decisions, maximizing your potential without thwarting your growth, right? Like something that a lot of people do is they get on Zillow and they go like, oh, well, the Zillow's estimate.
Yeah.
And there's good things about it too.
There's some. A lot of it can be misinformation.
Yeah. I mean, I love Zillow. Anybody that knows me knows that I love Zillow, but the Zestimate, even to their own account, would tell you that it's not a zip price. They're not paying for your house, right? But if you dig in and you learn more about the technology that the Zillow platform has, it can be a good value for you as you're using it to value homes. But going straight to the platform and saying the Zestimate is this is almost hurting you. So if you embrace technology, you can create opportunities to maximize your productivity. Some of these apps, I don't even have them off the top of my head. I have them written down, but they're Airbnb map tracker apps. There's Airbnb cost calculators. There's Airbnb management calculators. There's ways to have your Airbnb platform have auto responders built in so that if somebody messages, can we have an early check-in? There's an autoresponder that says early check-in is this. This is what we expect. This is how we manage it. Absolutely. If you call our office at this number, and that's an autoresponder. That's happening through technology. That's not someone sitting behind a computer that you're paying $8 an hour or $28 an hour or $58 an hour to manage that expectation. That's technology.
Now, there's a bullet point on here, leverage real estate crowdfunding. Mm-hmm. Have you ever done anything like that?
Me personally, no, but in some ways we could say yes, because real estate crowdfunding could be considered bringing partners along to buy one property together. It's not the same as crowdfunding, but there's just innumerable amount of people that want to invest, right? Like, oh, I've got $50,000.
Right.
Oh, I've got 100. What about that? Those two guys, the couple, right? That came to you and were like, oh, we're starting an LLC. We're doing this. We're doing this. We're doing this.
Yeah.
We're going to put in $150,000. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But maybe if we crowdfunded them and we brought together 2 or 3 or 4 of those people, we could do the investment strategy that we talked about today. $6 million property, $1 million down, 5% owner financing, cash flowing right from the get-go with a build over the next 3 or 5 years. I mean,
where do you go to find something like crowdfunding or get like groups of people?
To our next bullet point, network. I don't mean to be like annoying.
No. But what if I just wanted to go to like Google or like, is there like I'm sure you could find a company or like some sort of,
So
or is it like, hey,
let's take the same argument, right? I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to find my house's value. I'm going to click on Zillow. There's Zestimate. That's my house's value. That's what we're doing when we go to Google, like crowdfunding for real estate. We're just going to find the Zestimate version of crowdfunding. I'm not saying it's not going to work, and I've never done it.
Yeah.
But like, and I'm not trying to be annoying. Like, it's funny. It says network.
Well, I was also thinking about like some of the investment seminars or like groups that we've gone to, like the one that we went to about a month or two back. We made some pretty good connections there. And honestly, networking, I've done more of it because you never know when it's going to come back to you, or you never know when someone's going to need help, or you're going to need help, and that person that you network with could be that person to help you out.
This is the quote of the day.
Like, okay.
And I'm going to shout out to Liv over here. Network, network, network. Your network is your net worth in real estate. Bang. That's it.
Came up with that.
I'm just
You
saying.
came up with that?
I'm just saying.
That's like a thing everybody says.
I just, there's...
But it's like, it's the moment, right? Because your network is your net worth in real estate. So here's how we come up with that $6 million acquisition. $6 million acquisition, $1 million out of pocket, 5% or 5% owner financing with cash flow from the jump. How do we find that property? Because my good friend Jay Bond called me when he was at the coffee shop after he left the gym this morning, which is 7 a.m. his time, 10 a.m. my time, super inconvenient. But as you know, I'm getting married in 3 weeks. And so when Jay calls me, I'm like, God damn it, I have to call him back, which I would normally never do during the day. So happy for that, Jay. But he's in my network, and now he's calling me, talking to me about an investment. So I didn't even do anything. I did nothing.
Right.
All I did was sit at my desk at 10 a.m. this morning and make a phone call. Right? I'm not doing anything. So how we go about making crowdfunding happen by adding networking, by adding diversification, by adding capitalization on tax benefits. Like, it's all these different pieces of the puzzle, not just going to Zillow and finding this estimate.
How do you capitalize on your tax benefits for the properties that you have? How many do you have? If that's something that we can get into.
Anyway,
do we not?
No,
IRS is watching.
The answer is, truthfully, to be completely honest with you, I don't. I have no structure to capitalize on tax benefits. I allow accountants to do their job and have their itemized deductions and manage their billing and their payroll and everything else that they are going to do to help me maximize my tax benefits. It's something that I really want to learn more about in the next year or two.
Yeah.
But I'm just full honesty. I don't do it.
The newest thing that I've learned, and it's not really related to investment properties or anything. Maybe it could be later on down in my future, my career, whatever you want to call it. But talking to our tax guy, I have a call with him set up, and he's talking to me about an S corp and like, I guess, creating an LLC, getting an EIN, business bank account, and everything. And then you're paying yourself a salary. So then instead of you having taxes at, let's just say $70,000, you're now getting it from your salary that you're paying from the business bank account. So you're not being taxed. Let's say you're taxed at the end of the year. We're like 10 grand. Now they're 5 grand.
Yeah.
And it's
crazy
extrapolate
it, right? Like, let's say that you have a really good. All right, so let's use those numbers, right? So you're a baby agent, baby investor, and like nobody likes to talk about this because like $70,000 is not like sexy, but so sorry for like hitting people with reality, right? But $70,000 is a good income for a real estate agent. It's a good income. It's a solid, I've become successful in my life. That's the way I look at it. You can look at it however you want, right? Yeah. And when you make $70,000 as a real estate agent, you have costs and expenses and deductions and capitals and other things that you have to spend on. So you really only make 40, right? And so you deduct. And now you pay taxes on 40 and you're like, whoo, right? So you pay 10,000, let's just say. And then next year, you're going to go out and you're going to do the same thing again. And all of a sudden, you're going to be more successful as a real estate agent. So you're going to pay yourself whatever that is. We're going to make $95,000 next year. And then we're going to have deductions. And maybe your deductions went up a little bit, but you weren't really as streamlined as you had hoped. And you pay yourself $60,000 or $55,000. And now you're paying taxes on 60 or 55. And now you're paying, instead of 10, you're paying 12 or 15. Okay. But by doing what you're talking about, you're creating an LLC or I'm sorry, an S corporation election on an LLC, you're paying yourself a W-2 wage every single month. You're paying yourself that $40,000 total over the course of the year, not every single month, right? And so you're paying your self-employment taxes, your Social Security income, your other taxable liability on $40,000. So then at the end of the year, when you make 90 or 95, and then you do your deductions, and you're down to 60, right? You already paid yourself 40. So then that 20,000 is now considered profit, not employment. And so instead of being charged, let's just say it's 25%, it's no longer 25%. Now it might be 18%. And so that's what you're earning, but that's not a investment strategy.
No, but I mean,
it saves.
Yeah, no, and it can go a long way, and if you can have like this conversation with our tax guy, then maybe when I go to buy a house or investment property later on down the line, he does his own thing and tells me, hey, you should do this, do this, do this, do this. And then next thing you know, I'm leveraging some of these properties and getting tax benefits from it.
Well, and something that's interesting on our blog here, right? We have locational intelligence, sustainable investing, diversify your portfolio, due diligence. All of these things kind of surround one bigger piece of the puzzle, right? If you're running your business like a business and you're understanding your product and you're working with a team, not like real estate team, but like a team, right? Yeah. As a buyer, you're the you're the quarterback in the Super Bowl, right? Quarter bowl, right? But you're assembling a team, your real estate agent, your title officer, your lender, your home inspector. This is your team, right? And as an investor, you're going to assemble your team. You're going to have your real estate agent. You're going to have your lender or your partners, your money partners, or your liquid asset partner, right? You're going to have your contractor. You're going to have your rental manager. You're going to have other pieces. You're assembling your team. And so if you do that, you have this platform of like locational intelligence built in. Yeah. Because you're now using people that you can lean on to give you that S Corp election piece of information that you didn't know otherwise. Yeah. You didn't have to ask for it. It's a part of the platform, right? And so I feel like a lot of becoming successful in rentals is managing that platform and being ready for whatever the world throws at you.
But it's also like all like intertwined with each other.
Yeah.
It's almost like kind of going to Summit and hearing some of these people talk on stage. Like you don't get from this non-producing agent to a producing agent without experiencing the highs, the lows, left, right, up, down, whatever it may be. You have to see it all, go through it all to get to that point, and that's what it's going to take. So if it's building your team, if it's leveraging tax, if it's understanding true location, if it's understanding what due diligence means and doing your research as an investor, right? You don't get from making $0 on investments to $5,000 a month without any of it.
Yeah. Well, and the other piece of the puzzle is by having all of this information in your back pocket, you're not going to deeper pockets and then getting the information and going to invest.
Yeah.
I have so much love for one of our clients that we're dealing with right now. They're in some portfolios, some platforms, they're in some Facebook groups, or however they found this group. They got sold a property here in Baltimore, and it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful property. They were oversold the property, so thus they overpaid for value, right? They were told that the property was going to rent for $1,800 when it only rented for $1,600, or they were told that it was going to rent for $1,600 when it only rented for $1,350.
Right.
And then they were oversold the value of their management company. Oh, we don't charge this or we don't charge that. Next thing you know, they're charge, right? So you can't just go to deeper pockets. You can't just go to an event. You can't just learn it all immediately. There's a little bit of like burden of proof.
It's so relatable that you say that, because like getting into real estate, you want to see results immediately, whether you're an agent, whether you're in lending, whether you're investing, right? You always are like, oh, I want to see this return immediately. I don't know why. What is that? I don't understand what's happening right now, but you always want to see the return immediately, and people don't have the patience to take time to understand why things happen the way they happen, or to really work and to build the opportunity. Now I'm losing my train of thought trying to figure out what you're typing.
I mean, I'm literally quoting you, right? Getting into real estate, you want to see results immediately. People don't take the time to, learn how to make it happen.
Yeah.
Bang.
Quoting Christian Olson live.
Yikes. I'm afraid already.
Hopefully, we didn't get the first part of the podcast right. We didn't bleep that out yet. Liv, go back and edit that, please.
But like, I agree with you. It's that people don't want to take the time to learn what it takes, and they just want to have one conversation. I literally wrote down opportunities present themselves, right? Every investment that I've ever created was from an opportunity that just presented itself. Courtney is annoying as fuck, and she knows this about herself, that she's like believing in this whole, you put it out to the universe manifestation. And I do believe in that, but she just beats me over a dead fucking bloody corpse with it. But the point is that like by manifesting these things, they sort of come to you. Oh, I want to do this. And then they came to me. My first investment just came to me. My second investment just came to me. It wasn't like I wasn't looking, but it's that I'm putting it out to the world. And here's an example of something that I can think of. I have clients, Matt and Juliana, amazing clients, and I love them. They're some of my favorite people that we get the opportunity to spend time with. And Matt has expressed interest in wanting to invest. Matt's always talking about it, but I've talked to him about like, hey, there's this thing. And he's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think so. And it's just always not the right time. And that's okay. It's not the right time for everyone. But the point is that when I have an opportunity come across my desk and it's something that I can't afford or I'm not prepared or I'm not ready to take on as an individual, I'm going to my sphere. And so I'm going to call, you know what? I'm not going to call Matt because he's not yet ready for that, right? As opportunities present themselves, you're networking, you're building your team, you're creating your relationships so that your real estate agent is really defending you. And I'm not advocating to have 7 real estate agents for whoever brings me the property. That's the one that gets the deal. I fucking hate those people. But think about the properties that I own in Aberdeen. Allison walked up to me one day and was like, hey, I've got a property for you.
Yeah,
and lo did I fucking know that a week beforehand, Andrea had talked about the exact same property. I did not know. I was completely caught off guard. I did not know. But Allison presented it. Hey, here's a rental. Here's what the opportunity looks like. Here's why it's profitable. Here's why you should buy it. I think, do you want to make an offer? And I went, sure. Right? Like she literally just walked up to me and was like, here you go. Right off the MLS. Don't sit here thinking that she did something special.
Yeah.
Right? I love Allison. She didn't do anything special. She just worked for me. And she was my girl. Like she brought the deal. She brought the opportunity. So she got paid. Yeah. She got paid more than I would have paid her otherwise. Yeah. As a matter of fact, fun fact.
So, I don't know what that means, but.
Well, instead of taking a referral, which I should have done, I paid her full.
Oh.
It's just like I could have easily taken a referral and called it a day, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Because I valued the work that she put in. So when opportunities present themselves, I'm bringing them to my network. What's more annoying than anything else as a real estate agent is picking up the phone and going, hey, Christian, how's it going? And you go, oh, it's going good. And I go, hey, man, I got a good deal for you. And I'm like, oh, really? Oh, that's awesome. And I go, hey, here's the numbers. Here's everything. And you go, I don't know, man. That just wasted time in my day. Why did I even pick up the phone and call you?
I don't know. That little scenario there reminds me of, what's the movie with, Leonardo DiCaprio where he's selling fucking stocks again. Oh, Wolf of Wall Street. Like, where he like picks up the phone, he's selling penny stocks, and he just gets this guy to like commit immediately because he has this great deal, right?
Yep.
That's what that reminded me of. And is that reality every single time you come across something?
No, but here's what I think. Here's what I think. If Christian was to say to me, hey, look, I just want to get a detached home anywhere in Baltimore, Howard, Hartford, Anne Arundel, Carroll County. It needs to be under $150,000. It needs to meet these criteria. This is what I want. I go, okay, bet. And then 3 months from now, a property hits the market. It's $162,000. And I say, Christian, I know it's over your budget. I do not want you to pay full price. I want you to pay $150. That's your budget. If you want to pay full price and secure this deal, that's totally up to you. If you tell me no, motherfucker, like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are we working together? Zach and Marlena.
Yeah.
Love them.
Yeah.
Love spending time with them. It was like, hey, Zach, what are you looking for? Oh, my God, you're looking for this? Okay, sounds great. Oh, you're looking for that? Okay, sounds great. And then we put you in that property and you're like, I don't know. There's this other thing that's down the road that could be, would be, should be. I'm going to stay there.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait a second. I didn't even know that you were considering new construction. I didn't even know that you were considering multifamily. I didn't even know that you were considering townhomes, whatever it might be. It's like, I'm fine to sell you whatever you want to buy. But at the same time, like if you tell me this, It's like Dana Peterson. Dana called me yesterday, and every time Dana calls, I shudder. I love this girl. I do. Anybody that knows me knows I love her. But literally, if you're looking at the podcast, that's one person's phone call. This is all Dana. Voicemail, 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 voicemail. All of these. I don't know. I think it's like 15, 17 voicemails back to back to back. And there's nothing wrong with it, but Dana's just a very assertive, aggressive person, right? So she calls, she leaves a voicemail. I'm like, I call you back. She's like, did you get my voicemail? No, I just called you back. Calls, leaves a voicemail. Okay, Dana, I love you. So when she called over the weekend, I was like, oh God, we just settled on this house. Like, what is going to happen? She says, oh my God, I love the house so much. Did you know there was this in the basement? It was like a little treasure. I was like, no, I had no idea. That's so cool. She's like, oh my God, I love it. Do you think they're going to find me if I put out all this trash at one time? I was like, well, maybe we shouldn't put out all the trash at one time. Maybe we should put out some, right? A little bit of debris, a little bit more debris, a little bit more debris while you renovate.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh yeah. Good idea. But Dana is the spitting image of someone who I said, hey, there's a property right here. And she goes, okay, can we see it tomorrow? It's like every single time it's her opportunity because she knew that I was looking out for her best interest. Her deal was fucked up.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
I remember that. That was one of the craziest ones I've ever seen and kind of heard of.
For sure. And we have had some very deep conversations, Dana and I, about what are the things that happened during the transaction and how she felt the other agents were working and da-da-da-da-da. And I said, look, I'm on your team. We're here together. I get it, right? Her deal was fucked up, but it makes me so happy that she worked the system and followed the system. Nothing makes me more upset than Nathaniel Grogan.
Who's that?
All right, I met this dude when I worked at Bond Street.
Okay.
So we're talking 2016, 2017, maybe.
Yeah.
At the latest, and he gave me a business card, real estate investor. Never once has Nate Grogan ever bought a property from me. Never once has Nate Grogan ever bought a property when I've been on the phone with him. Hey man, have you bought anything lately? Are you investing in anything lately? Hey, do you have any investment properties? Any properties that we can manage? No, never. But he's got a business card. Ooh, pretty.
Nice.
But dude, do you even lift, bro?
I mean, he's certified real estate investor. Just put it on a piece of paper.
Certified real estate investor. I just think that there's far too many people that don't want to follow the script, right? It's like, pun intended. That couldn't have been funnier. How did that even happen? Cellular telephone? New.
I'm dead.
But like, people want to follow the script. It's like, there's a script right in front of you. Take the opportunity, network with your people, invest sustainably, manage your investments as a sustainable portfolio, keep contact and embrace your technologies. Make sure that you're working with somebody with locational intelligence that also understands how diversification can impact your tax implications. Crowdfund the fuck out of it. Do your due diligence and boom.
Gang. It's not just one conversation.
Gang. I'm done. So let me ask you a question.
Let me hear the question.
35 minutes into our adventure. When someone says to you, I want to invest in real estate, what do you say?
First thing that comes to my head is like, all right, what are you looking to do?
Okay.
And
so I'm just looking to buy property.
Okay, are you looking for long-term rental or short? Okay, now what?
Talk to them without real estate terms.
Wait, you say, okay, you're just looking to buy property?
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of property are you looking to buy?
I don't know. I want to make money and I want to save, maybe make some extra cash, retirement type stuff.
Okay. So building for the future.
Yeah.
Has this been a part of the family? Well, not the family, the portrait that you've been painting in your head forever?
I hate that. Okay?
I mean, I don't know.
See, to me, I feel like we get wrapped around this idea of like generational wealth. We get wrapped around the idea.
But that's literally just what you said.
I mean, I get it. But it's like that button, right? That like.
But like, okay, all right, flip it.
So like, how do we have conversation? How do we even say? I don't even know. How do we have conversation with somebody that says, "Hey, I want to invest in property"? How about take those dudes that we're not putting them out there because they don't want to be put out there, right? So they have 150 grand. They're creating an LLC. They're starting to invest. We're gonna have a conversation with them, and we're gonna dumb down the conversation. We're not talking about LLC. We're not talking about money. We're not talking about investment. Hey guys. What are you looking to purchase? And they're like, we want to purchase rentals. And we say, as you think about a rental property, are you thinking about something more short-term, hands-on management? Are you thinking about something more long-term, trying to build some cash flow, trying to get some net, growth and development? Right? How the fuck do we even do this? I don't even know.
It's very tough, but I think there's probably a time and a place to have it in real estate terms, not real estate terms, to have your investor cap on, your first-time home buyer cap on.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But like, I think there's a time and a place for everything. And
all right, ring. Have you guys bought a house? That team, that dynamic duo of LLC wonderfulness?
No, not yet.
The time is now, Christian. Let's make it happen.
Let's do it.
So, like, if you were gonna call somebody, if somebody was to ring in right now, like ring. Oh, let's take caller on line number 1.
Dude, could you imagine?
But what would it be? I want to invest. Okay, well, are you looking for short-term, long-term, net worth, growth, development? I mean, it's such a hard conversation.
I mean, like, there's so many ways to go about it. Again, hey, what are you looking for? What are your goals in investing? Mm-hmm. Why are you looking to invest?
I feel.
Go ahead.
I feel I've had this conversation a whole bunch, and I'm thinking of 2 different people. Right? Person number 1 says, I want to buy with good equity. I want to buy with cash flow. I want to make money. I want to be profitable. I want to grow. Right? And yeah, who doesn't say that?
Right.
Everybody. And then person number 2 goes, I want to buy. I want good money. I want equity if possible. I want cash flow if possible. I want to grow. I want to be able to retire in the future. They're saying the same thing, right?
Yeah.
I think the difference is that the only change was if possible.
Right.
And then this person, I sold a house last year, $295,000. I think
this person
like that.
takes more time to explore the opportunities, where this person is either yes or no.
And see, I think this person takes more time to explore the opportunities, and this person is full of shit.
Well, that's kind of where I went with that without saying that.
I mean, I just do. I just genuinely think, like, when we sell a property for $300,000 that has a $200,000, or I'm sorry, a $2,000 a month mortgage, or a $1,900 a month mortgage, or a $1,750 because they paid down MI or whatever it might be, right? And their rentability is only $2,300. Their cash flow kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But in this person's case, that property that we sold a year, 18 months ago has been rented since month 1. She's not made a mortgage payment except the month that she had to replace the HVAC unit, which is a huge encumbrance. Now, she's only making $100 a month, $200 a month, whatever it might be. So she's making $2,000 a year. She's owned it for almost 2 years. Her total outlay of expenses is $5,000. She's almost breaking even. And people are like, that's a bad investment.
I have a great...
But what about her equity?
No, 100%. So we're talking about this person here in your left hand, and the person on the right, full of shit.
Full of shit.
I've worked with an investor before. He had a property in downtown Baltimore across the street from a property we were going to look at for him buying.
Okay.
Checked all the boxes. Needed very minimal work. You rip up the carpet, you paint. Solid. We already knew it would cash flow at a certain amount. We already knew it's projected to get equity over a certain period of time. And again, across the street from his other rental. He was so, like, I don't want to say full of shit, but like full of himself. Wanted the best fucking deal possible, and if you do that, you're gonna like ruin it for yourself. The property, let's say it was listed for $170,000.
I remember who this is.
And he was like, "Look, I want this property for $130,000." And I'm like, "Dude, like they don't have any offers right now, but for you to get this property for $40,000 under ask price, I know it's kind of priced on the higher end right now." But to knock them down $40,000, it's not going to happen. But I'll go to bat for you. Like, I'll submit the offer. Let's see what they say. And they're like, hey, we'll meet you in the middle at 150. And he's like, no, I want 140. And I'm like, dude,
no.
You have this investment property across the street from your other one. So it's not going to take the most to manage. You're not going to have to drive all around the city. You can walk from one to the other. Very minimal work. Your out of pocket is...
I think it was $0.
Yeah, $0.
12, yeah, something.
Like nothing. You could not have gotten a better deal. Full of bullshit.
Full of shit. Full of sheets.
Yeah.
right? And the thing is, I really regret not buying that property, right? But the thing is that when you build your team, you learn the depth of understanding what it means to be an investor, and you actually internalize what it might mean to have an HVAC blow up. Here's the way I feel about it. The HVAC blowing up is the thing that you spend your savings on, right? Like if you own a property, you should be saving money every single month to pay for maintenance and repairs. So when your HVAC dies, you pay for it and you move on. Now, when your HVAC dies, you pay for it, you call it a day. When your investment property HVAC dies, you pay for it and you call it a day. Yeah. The investment property should be filling that bucket, not taking you to dinner.
Yeah. 100%.
I'm sorry, like I don't understand why people feel like they've earned the right to go out to dinner to $100, $200, $300 meal. Kudos to those of you that have, but it's like, fuck you. Start working your ass off. And when you earn money, you actually save it and you don't just blow it on the first thing that you see.
And real quick, to go back to the difference of the people, this person in Mike's left hand was willing to learn and explore all the opportunities. It's where this other person is stuck in their own way, stuck in their own head, full of shit. And not willing to hear what other people had to say. Hey, man, like all the numbers still look great. You did it to yourself at the end of the day, and there's nothing that I can do about it being the person that you wanted to help you out.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, you're going to lose this property.
I think I owe myself just because
I feel like we all
just real.
We just need to go through the board and take time
all
for
day,
each.
Right. I think the key is that there's a lot of people that want to talk about investing in real estate. There's a lot of sexy things that we talk about: house hacking, generational wealth, blah, 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 right? Beep, 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 right? Because they all are just fucking stupid. It's equal to, and I don't know if I've said this on the podcast before, but I've said this before in life. It's equal to when we hit COVID and then the world is talking about pivot, right? Like Jimmy Kimmel is talking about pivot, right? We don't pivot. We run a system that works. And so when we hit COVID, my coach was like, what are we going to do to pivot? And I went, fuck you. We're not pivoting. We're fucking digging our heels in and we're working our ass off. Now we did. And kudos to our team. We crushed 2020. We did. Kudos. But there were other teams that fell apart in 2020.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that we ran with the trend and they fucking sucked or whatever. But it's like, if you want to sit here and go on the buzzwords and talk about cash flow, and you want to talk about, house hacking, and you want to talk about, generational wealth. It's like, why are we even having a conversation? Let's talk about what works for you, if possible. And
I love that. Like, if possible.
We're going to internalize these two statements. This is going to happen all fucking week. This is the way. No. This is the way. I'm telling you the way. This is the way. This is the way that we're going to invest. This is the way. And just imagine if. Those are the two things that we're going to internalize. You're going to be our investment player, and we're going to create the opportunity to show you this is the way. And just imagine if. I mean, that dude, I don't remember his name, but what would happen if he owned that property today?
It'd be in a
what
great
would happen if, one of my best investors quit working in Maryland because he couldn't manage the permitting bullshit? What would happen if you just overcame that? We made 3 great investments. He set out to hit these numbers. He hit those numbers exactly. Like, no bullshit. I said, if you buy this property for this price, you're going to put in this much money. You're going to make this much money. You're going to profitability after this. We hit those numbers exactly. I've never been more right in my life. And the dude quit. And now he might be investing in Florida or Virginia where he was before, but still, it's like, imagine if. This is the way. Just follow in our leadership and you're going to have a great success, right? Take the opportunity to build your locational intelligence, understand your market, diversify your portfolio, capitalizing on all the opportunities that you can. And by the way, if you missed it, your network is your net worth in real estate. And that's all I've got to say. Boom.
Yeah.
Oh, drum roll, please. Is there a drum roll sound effect? I don't think there is.
There's like a cheer.
There's a rim shot. It's not the same. Womp, womp, womp.
Okay.
I have a full-time job.
Speaking of Heather, Tried to get her on the podcast today. I think you guys need to pressure her a little bit because she was not feeling it.
Yeah.
This would have been a good one for her. Anyway, excited to have you guys. It's been a couple weeks for me, but I'm excited to be back. We have a great day, Labor Day today. Some great things happening this week and a couple good opportunities coming around the bend. If you're not paying attention to real estate in the market today, you should be paying attention to two things. The interest rates, as they're going to cap, they're going to rise, they're going to fall, they're going to do all their crazy things. The world of real estate is not going anywhere. We talked when we were at Summit with Steve Harney, which is the oracle of real estate, the CEO or president of Keeping Current Matters. A lot of good content there. And he talks about the tsunami of foreclosures, which in case you don't know, is not actually going to happen. It's kind of more like a commentary. There's a lot of reasons for that. We could talk about that at another time. I'm going to write that down. As well as what's happening in the real estate landscape here in Baltimore, especially as it pertains to investment properties. I think if you're not getting in today, you're missing a great opportunity. So make sure you're reaching out to us, talk to us anytime you need. You can always reach me on Instagram at MichaelFrank ____. I think there might be a period in between my name, or go onto our website at frankoliverco.com, meet the team, get right to me.
Just find me on Instagram at Christian the Deadhead.
Bang. We'll talk to you guys real soon. What's up, guys? Thanks for watching. For more information on the housing market, Real Estate 101, how you can leverage your position in today's market, and so much more, click on the link below. If you like this video or have a burning real estate question you'd like us to answer, leave us a comment and let us know. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode, and we'll see you again real soon.